Dear friends, I hope you're all keeping away very well from the threat of COVID-19. I am here in front of you today in order to complete some of the portions which had to be completed before the closure of the college. Anyway, I know that I did complete one portion of this chapter, that is counseling and guidance. We did talk about counseling, its definition and its different purpose and needs and different types of counseling and all that. Today we'll be just reviewing whatever I took in this chapter and then go on to explain more about what is guidance and its different theoretical aspects. So counseling, we can define counseling like advice or counseling given to a student or a junior individual in order to pursue a profession or in order to choose a course or in order to adjust in his or her life and or to choose a recreation or something of that sort. So it is generally becomes a duty of a teacher actually to guide a student through advice and counseling. That is one of the reasons why we take up counseling as a special subject in a course like Bachelor of Physical Education. Guidance is given to individuals in making appropriate choices and decisions. That is a major purpose of giving guidance. According to Good, an important individual in the field of guidance and counseling, guidance is a process of dynamic interpersonal relationship designed to influence the attitude and subsequent behavior of the individual. Now, let us have a look at the type of guidance that we usually give to a child or a junior individual. One is educational guidance. The purpose of educational guidance, as we know, is to choose a course or to choose a college or an institution or choose a field of study. So usually when an individual passes his plus 2 or passes his degree or even MA, there could be questions: what are you going to do next as per your educational goals? So he might ask for advice or counseling from other individuals who are experienced in that field. So this is what is educational guidance is all about. Whereas in occasional guidance, it is about choosing a profession. What are your aptitudes and attitudes? How good are they for a particular profession? And how you would like to know about yourself and your attitudes and knowledge, and to know to which profession they are really good for. So that is what is vocational guidance is all about. Whereas recreational guidance helps you to know what are the recreational activities that you can involve in. For example, if somebody is working in an office and sits for about 8 hours and work, or 6 to 7 hours sit down and work, what kind of recreation he can go for? If you go back and sit down at home and watch us TV all the time, then that becomes just opposite again sitting down and doing something. For somebody like that, he would have to move around and do some physical exercise or something like playing a game or something of that sort. So recreational guidance is something which helps individual to choose the correct form of recreation that will help him to maintain his health and physical fitness. And the last one in guidance and counseling is personal self-adjustive guidance. And this is very important. How well you adjust in your life. There will be problems in your life, there will be hurdles in your life, and how well you manage these hurdles and problems in your life to take your life smoothly forward. And that is where you need sometimes advice from a professional or a senior individual who is experienced in taking the life forward. Right. So that is the area that we call personal self-adjustive guidance. Now, the next one that we are going to deal with is the procedure of guidance. How do you go about guidance? What is the procedure for the guidance? So the first topic that we got to deal with here is understanding the problem. What is the problem that you're going to deal with? What is the nature of the problem? So in order to know that, you need to bring out a set of procedures in order to know the problem. So the first one is collection of data. What kind of data you need to collect in order to understand the problem? Information from the individual, so naturally, and also information from the people associated with him, like information from the parents, teachers, or colleagues that he works with, and you get information. And once you get the information, you have to analyze that data. That information need to be analyzed. Detailed study of the data and also critical analysis of data need to be done before you take a decision, or before you help that individual to take a decision for himself or herself. Finding possible solutions is the next step. So based on the data, you give him a range of solutions for the problem, recommending and implementing a remedial program, and naturally the last one will be a follow-up program. Maybe you recommend a program, he chooses a program and he finds that it is a possible solution, and sometimes in that situation you might need some kind of modifications to the program that you chose or the solution that you advised. Then you need a follow-up program to see that the solution that you advised or recommended, the solution that the client chose, is going very well and it is solving the issues that he is facing in his life. Now, there are different individuals or organizations involved in organizing guidance. We'll come to know who are the individuals, who are the organizations involved in organizing guidance. The first individuals, the first and the foremost individuals who involved in guidance program are parents. Parents are the best people to guide you actually. They know you better than anybody else. Probably they know you about your dreams and your goals and aims. And they also probably know about your aptitude and attitude. And they are most likely to advise you in a positive way. So parents are important actually in this guidance structure. And the second one is classroom teacher. Classroom teacher is an important individual who knows the ins and outs of an individual, of a student. Because away from the home, you be with your friends in schools, and how you involve with your friends is very important to know how well you adjust in your society. So a class teacher is an important person who can organize guidance program for the children. Then about the specialist, if you have a specialized problem, like you have a learning difficulty or something of that sort, or adjustmental problem, you might need the services of a professional. There is absolutely no doubt about it. So a professional is an individual who is an expert in the field of counseling and guidance, and he is an important person in the structure of organizing guidance. Then youth organizations. There are several youth organizations, youth clubs and sports clubs, arts clubs, and youth organizations like YMCA, YWCA, and several of them, or Nehru Yuva Kendra for that matter. They are all involved in helping the individuals. And you will find several such organizations coming forward to advise youngsters to choose a profession or choose a course or a college or something of that sort. So there are youth organizations involved in organizing guidance programs. Then youth welfare programs. Government has a number of youth welfare programs who involved in organizing guidance for the youngsters. Now, orientation programs. There are several institutions organizing orientation programs for the students to choose a particular course or a particular profession or something. That's all. I mean, you will find it every day. During the season, you would find one or the other orientation programs organized by famous or popular universities and institutions to attract students to them. Right. Now, information centers. Several institutions have information centers in different cities, and they organize guidance program for the youngsters. Then online centers, it's a trend these days. You go online and you find several organizations organizing guidance program online for the youngsters. So these are the important structures or individuals involved in organizing guidance program for the youngsters. Thank you.